ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم अम्मा बाद। इंतहाई मोहतरम और मुकर्रम मेरे बुज़ुर्गों नौजवान साथियों, आइए हम सब मिलकर आक़ाए नामदार हम सब के ताजदार हुज़ूर ख़ातमुल मुरसलीन रहमतुल लिल आलमीन सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की बारगाह में मिलकर दुरूद पाक पढ़ने। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व हबीबिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद मुबारक वसल्लिम सलातन व सलामन अलैका या रसूलल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु तआला अलैहि वसल्लम। इंशाअल्लाह तबारक व तआला कुछ रूलिंग्स सदक़े फ़ित्र के हवाले से वेरी ब्रीफली विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड सदक़े फ़ित्र क्या है, सदक़े फ़ित्र के मसाइल, उसके जो रूलिंग्स हैं वो क्या है। हदीस पाक की रोशनी में रसूल अकरम सल्लल्लाहु तआला अलैहि वसल्लम ही himself commanded Sahaba Kiram and Muslims to give Sadqa Fitr. When we say Sadqa Fitr, it does make it clear that it has to do with Eid al-Fitr, because Sadqa Fitr is given at the occasion of Eid al-Fitr before performing Eid Salah. What is the difference between Sadqa Fitr and Zakat? In terms of who Sadqa Fitr can be given to, there is no difference, which means that those people who are eligible to take Zakat, they can take Sadqa Fitr. In terms of wujub, Sadqa Fitr is wajib. Rasul Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam made it compulsory, and Zakat was made compulsory by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we believe that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is also we call Prophet Shari', mean what Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam makes compulsory, it does become compulsory upon us. So Sadqa Fitr and Zakat, they both are compulsory and wajib. Zakat is first, Sadqa Fitr is wajib. The question arises then that who should give Sadqa Fitr? So everybody who is eligible to give Zakat, they must pay Sadqa Fitr too. There is a very small difference that for Zakat, passing of the year is compulsory. For Sadqa Fitr, this passing of the year, Hawlan Hawl, is not compulsory. So if a person becomes, suppose a day before he becomes Malik Nisab, he has enough wealth which takes him to Malik Nisab, he hasn't reached to the completion of his year, that person still will have to pay Sadqa Fitr, will have to give Sadqa Fitr. What is the time length to pay Sadqa Fitr? Suppose a person hasn't paid past 2-3 years Sadqa Fitr. किसी ने पिछले 2-3 साल का सदक़े फ़ित्र अगर अदा नहीं किया है तो फिर उसके लिए क्या हुक्म है? What is the ruling for such person? So Sadqa Fitr is a kind of wajib which remains on you for the rest of the life. If you have missed, suppose a few years Sadqa Fitr, then you have to pay them in lifetime, anytime. ऐसा नहीं है कि ईद की नमाज से पहले अगर सदक़े फ़ित्र हमने अदा नहीं किया है तो फिर ईद की नमाज अब गुज़र गई, अब सदक़े फ़ित्र अदा नहीं हो सकता है. नो, इट्स अ लाइफ टाइम ड्यूटी ऑफ योर्स टू fulfill that obligation, and during your life, anytime you can give Sadqa Fitr. What is the time when Sadqa Fitr becomes compulsory on us? So the time for it would be ईद के दिन सुबह सादिक शुरू होते ही सदक़े फ़ित्र वाजिब हो जाता है. As soon as the subh sadiq, the dawn of Eid appears, Sadqa Fitr becomes wajib. Now, most of the people, they give their Sadqa Fitr or Fitrana before even the Eid day comes. Is this permissible? Yes, it is entirely permissible if the person knows he is Malik Nisab On the day of Eid, things might change, but if he pays his Sadqah-e-Fitr before the dawn of Eid, it is permissible, it will be valid, and उसकी जो Sadqah-e-Fitr की अदायगी है वो अदायगी कबूल हो जाएगी. बल्कि पहले देना बेहतर है. To pay Sadqah-e-Fitr beforehand is better. The reason is people might forget. In the hustle and bustle of Eid, people do forget many things to do so. We forget the sunnah way of beginning our day of Eid al-Fitr. Therefore, if a person pays Sadqah-e-Fitr beforehand, he must pay. He can pay beforehand. If not, then before the Eid Salah, when we come to masjid, most of the masajid, they collect Sadqah-e-Fitr. We can pay Sadqah-e-Fitr then. Now, who should pay Sadqah-e-Fitr? So obviously everyone in the household who is Malik-e-Nisab. The person who is Malik-e-Nisab, he has to pay Sadqah-e-Fitr for himself as well as every single child that he has, regardless of how old the child is. अगर बच्चा एक दिन का भी है, एक घंटे का भी है, नया बोर्न, तो उसके तरफ से सदक़े-फ़ित्र अदा करना है. घर के जितने भी हैं सबकी तरफ से. अब जिस तरह से ज़कात का हुक्म है, the way we pay zakat, that whoever is malik nisab, they pay their own zakat. Husband pays his zakat, wife should pay his zakat. If husband pays on behalf of the wife, वो ठीक है, उसमें कोई हर्ज नहीं, it is permissible. And most of the time it does happen that wife, they just go and weigh the gold and they let the husband know, I have this much gold, we got to pay zakat. What is the share of husband in there? Husband doesn't wear any gold, he can't wear any gold, but he has to pay the zakat of his wife, because that's how our connection is with our spouses. So therefore it's not wrong. Likewise, Sadqah-e-Fitr usually is paid by the male. That's our tradition. He counts how many people I have in my house and he pays Sadqah-e-Fitr. That is permissible. There is nothing wrong with it. However, if he doesn't pay, and within household he has children who are adult and he has children who have reached to the nisab, if the adult doesn't pay, suppose father doesn't pay Sadqah-e-Fitr, then he will be responsible for himself. The rest of the Malik-e-Nisab in the house, they are responsible for themselves. Wife will be questioned, as well as the children who are Balik and who have reached to the Nisab, they will be questioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So husband's responsibility is up to himself and those children who are Nabalik, those children who hasn't reached to the Nisab. The rest of those people who have reached to the Nisab, they have to pay their own Sadqah-e-Fitr. Can we pay Sadqah-e-Fitr on behalf of our deceased? मरहूमीन की तरफ से सदक़े-फ़ित्र दे सकते हैं या नहीं? तो अगर ज़िंदा है, जितने ज़िंदा हैं लोग, उनकी तरफ से सदक़े-फ़ित्र दिया जाता है. किसी भी मरहूम की तरफ से, those who are deceased, we don't pay Sadqah-e-Fitr on behalf of those deceased, because Sadqah-e-Fitr is not wajib on them. If it is not wajib on them, it is wajib only on those who are alive, those who are Muslim, and those who have reached to the nisab. If it is not wajib on the murda, on the deceased, we don't pay on their behalf. Suppose somebody wants to do it, they want to pay sadaqah on behalf of their deceased. With their sadaqah-e-fitr, they can take out nafl sadaqah for the isal sawab of their deceased. So suppose a family has 6 members who are alive and grandparents passed away. They want to pay sadaqah, children want to pay sadaqah on their grandparents, on behalf of their grandparents. So 6 people, sadaqah would be sadaqah-e-fitr wajibah. This year it would be 30 pounds. And then 2 deceased, sadaqah-e-nafila, add 10 more pounds, that would be 40 pounds. So you can pay like that. But it is not sadaqah-e-wajibah, it is sadaqah-e-nafila. Who can take Sadqah-e-Fitr? Who we can give Sadqah-e-Fitr to? So Sadaqah, you have in general 2 types. One is Sadqah-e-Wajibah, one is sadaqah nafila. Sadaqah wajiba, suppose sadaqah fitr is sadaqah, it comes from sadaqat wajiba, as well as zakat also classed as among the sadaqat wajiba. Any other thing, for example the kafarat, the fidyat that we pay, it is from the wajibat. So all of these are in one category. Sadaqah fitr, zakat, kafarat, as well as any other fidya that we pay, it is among sadaqat wajibat. What is sadaqah nafila? Any other lillah that we take out. For example, we have dabbas at home, we put 2 pounds, 1 pound every day. These are from sadaqat nafila. Sadaqat nafila, they can be given to anyone. A person, whether he is eligible for zakat or not. A person, we can even give it to anybody who we know that he is not eligible for zakat. Sadaqah nafila can be used for that. Sadaqat wajibah can only be given to those who are eligible to take zakat. If they cannot take zakat, we cannot give any sadaqat wajibah to them. Any masajid or any institutions who collect the sadaqat fitr, fitrana जितनी भी जगह कलेक्ट करती हैं, उनके ऊपर ये बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी बन जाती है. It is a great responsibility upon them that these sadaqat वाजिबा जो फितराना है वो उनके जो हकदार हैं उन तक पहुँचाएँ. They must convey those sadaqat fitr that they have received, वो उनके जो हकदार हैं उन तक पहुँचाना उनके ऊपर ज़रूरी है. How much sadaqah fitr do we take out? I mean, every year it is calculated. How is it calculated? So, in this country usually we calculate using the price of wheat. Half a sa of wheat or the wheat flour. That's what we look at in this country. There are other, for example, raisins and barley, etc. They also among the calculations that can be looked into, and sadaqah fitr can be calculated. But in general, what we look at is half a sa of wheat or wheat flour. In terms of kilograms, it comes up to 3 kilo 34 grams approximately. 3 kilo 34 grams of wheat or flour, or its price. So the price this year comes roughly around 5 pounds, looking at the inflation and everything. And that is what we pay on behalf of each individual who is Malik Nisab and who has family members, children, and they pay Sadaqah Fitr likewise. So these were some very basic and simple masail of Sadaqah Fitr. If any question you guys have, feel free to ask. Otherwise we conclude on the dua, inshallah tabarak wa ta'ala. Jazakallah. Dr. Saab, any addition? اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وآله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا اصرف عنا عذاب جهنم إن عذابها كان غراما. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه ونور عرشه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. جزاكم الله. السلام عليكم.